Alright, Shalom. All glory, praises, and honor unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the brothers teaching this truth and sincerity. Shalom to the brothers and few sisters that's listening and supporting this truth as well. Alright, so came in the news that the US slapped some heavy sanctions, tariffs on Canada, Europe, and Mexico, right? They're trading partners, right? And I want to basically get into the definition of tariff before I get into the article. Alright, so we have a better understanding of what we're talking about. Alright, and then I'm going to link this back to the scriptures, Alright, so it says tariff, a tax or duty to be paid on a particular class of imports or exports. Okay? In this case, well, I'll get into the article now. Let me see if there's any other definitions. It also says a list of taxes on imports or exports, a list of the fixed charges made by a business, especially for use of gas, electricity, or mobile phone. If you didn't know, America is a business. That's why they have a president, because most businesses, they have a president. Okay, someone that represents their country. All right, who's the president of the United States? It's Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, the last Trump. But I'm gonna get into the article now. I have to bring that out, letting you know what we're talking about here. Okay, so this is the article on RT News. It says U.S. slaps Europe, Canada, and Mexico with steel, aluminum tariffs. All right. The point being is that this is the reason why America's allies are gonna turn on them, pursuant to Revelation 17, man. But I'm gonna get into this article and bring out some points and back it up with scriptures. All right. It says unable to win concessions from its trading partners ahead of the Friday deadline, the U.S. had introduced tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from Canada, Mexico, and the European Union. All right. Okay, so they're actually, the companies in the States are importing these resources, the steel and the aluminum, right, from wherever these places are, Canada, Mexico, European Union, right? And the US is now taxing them for that. Okay, so for these countries to make money in the United States, they're now being taxed on the money that they're making from whatever business deals and whatever trade they have going on. All right, so that's gonna in turn fuck up their economy. All right, and what happens when you fuck up somebody's economy, man? When you start doing trade wars, all trade wars. All right, eventually in turn to real war, man. But this is the whore, all right, America, that's actually basically fucking up their allies, man. All right. So this is going to be part of the reason why the whore is going to, the beast, which is NATO, the EU. Okay, NATO and the EU is going to turn on America, man. The whore. All right. The new 25% tariff on steel imports and 10% tariff on aluminum imports from the EU, Canada, and Mexico come into force at midnight, according to the U.S. Commerce Secretary Ross. Says we look forward to continued negotiations both with Canada and Mexico on the one hand and with the European Commission on the other hand, because there are other issues that we also need to get resolved. Okay, Ross told the reporters on a telephone briefing on Thursday. Alright. It says earlier this week, Ross met with EU Trade Commissioner Cecilia Malmstrom and in Paris to discuss the issue, as Brussels had been cherishing the hope for positive outcome with no tariff or quotas. Moving ahead with metal tariffs will escalate trade tensions, alright, and potentially spark a trade war. The European Union and Canada have both pledged to retaliate. Alright. So this is just the start, man. They're building up their America's allies is building up their reason as to why they're gonna turn on the beast, man. And this is part of it, man. Because Here it is. You're supposed to be making deals. You're supposed to be working together. All right, so to speak. But then you go and try and sabotage other people's economy, man. All right. Not that I give a fuck. This is great. This is great news. But for us, for the elect, for the children of Israel, all right, which is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What does that mean, man? This kingdom's falling, and our kingdom's coming to pass, man. Our kingdom's gonna come to fruition, man, and we're gonna be ruling forever, man. But I had to bring this out. This is serious news, man. The initial tariffs were announced in March, and prophecy as well. So the initial tariffs were announced in March after President Trump said the U.S. had been unfairly treated in trade with its neighboring and overseas partners. The U.S. president had also threatened to respond to any new EU trade barriers with a tax on cars produced by European automakers. Okay. So what is that? European automakers: Beamer, Audi, who else? Benz. All right, the big three. That's the big three right there. But there's more, obviously, But they're gonna be feeling it too, man. And the countries where they reside at, their economy is gonna get affected by this as well, man. So it's a big thing. It's billions and billions of dollars, man. All right, if not trillions for certain economies, And when you fuck up somebody's economy, man, they take that to heart, man. You cut off somebody's lack of resources, man. All right, they want to go to war, and this is America's allies, man. This is what the funny thing is, man. But this is prophecy, man. So that's why I had to bring this out. According to Trump, the current trade trend is destroying the U.S. steel and aluminum sectors. Okay, people have no idea how badly our country has been treated by other countries, by people representing us who didn't have a clue, he said at the time. Alright, well, that's what I had to bring out, man. I'm going to get to back it up with scriptures, man. So here we are. This is Revelation 17:1. Alright, and there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Alright, who's the whore? That is America, man. Alright, and then just to back up what the many waters is, we go further down. This is Revelations 17 and 16, and 15, Salakia. It says, And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. All right. So now we know what the water that the whore sits upon. All right. Why is it peoples? Because people are composed of 70% water. All right. So this is spiritual as well, man. Okay. So that's where you get the understanding from. All right. Continuing on. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with wine of her fornication. All right. So who are the kings of the earth, man? The leaders of these other nations. All right. America's allies. We have Canada. Who else? All the countries in the EU. All right. They're in cahoots with America, right? And then on top of that, they have all the inhabitants of the earth, all right, drunk off the American way, man. The philosophy that they have going in, man. The homosexuality, man. All right, the adultery, all types of abominations that's taking place. Just made drunk up with the wine, man. People just just marinating in the fuckery, basically, so to speak. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy. Alright, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, who is the woman? The woman is America. Alright, and who's the beast? That's NATO and the EU. All right, representing the different nations. Okay. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, man. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. Okay? So everybody wants to know who who Mystery Babylon is, right? Because there were, obviously we know there was a previous Babylon, all right, ancient Babylon, but now there's a new Babylon, Mystery Babylon the Great, all right, with even more confusion. That's why it's the Great, okay, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, okay, and why is that? All right, all the philosophies they spread across the earth, man, the deception, the lies, man, the wickedness, the poison in the foods, in the mind, the drugs, everything. All right, the list goes on, man. Okay, the chemicals, the radiation, everything, man. The way of life. Okay. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushai. All right, because some of us are gonna have to die for this truth, man. Okay, this is prophecy, you know. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, going back to these America and its allies. All right, NATO and the EU. Okay, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not, and yet is. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads and are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. Okay? And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. All right, so letting you know that the allies and basically the structure of how they have their kingship. All right, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. All right, what's that? What does the beast pertain to? All right, all the abominations and wickedness that's taking place on the earth, man. All right, these nations, they spend all their money to maintain their rulership, right? Okay, trillions and billions of dollars to maintain this wicked hellhole, man. All right, these have one mind, shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb. Who's the Lamb? All right, the Lamb is Yahushai, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. All right. All right. So these nations are gonna make war with Yahushai, man. And the Yahushai is gonna come through in the chariots, man. All right. What's the chariots? The so-called UFOs, man. What everybody's bugged out about, man. The Most High, Yahushai is gonna make them let his presence be known and felt, and he's gonna be seen on a chariot, man. All right. Salakia. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast shall hate the whore. Alright? So this is the point right here. Revelation 17:16, man. Alright? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Alright, so NATO and EU are gonna hate the whore. Why is that? Because they're doing him wrong, man. They're doing him dirty. They're giving him the short end of the stick. Alright? And what are they gonna do? We're gonna get into that. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, man. Okay? So, in this third world war to come, man, alright, you're gonna have NATO, America, EU, they're all fighting against Russia, China, and their allies, alright? But then, the NATO and EU, they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Fuck this. How are we gonna go out? You know what I'm saying? Why are we riding out for somebody that's giving us a short end of the stick? Fuck that, man. And they're gonna fucking let loose on their arsenal and and aid in the destruction of America, man. So that's gonna be a double whammy onto America, man. That's crazy, but that's that's how the Most High works, man. That's epic. The Most High is epic, man. Real shit. That's epic. And he's gonna have your brethren, so to speak, your main guys just turn on you in the end, man. Alright, you guys thought you were good, you guys thought you were cool, and then he's gonna have them do you dirty in the worst way, man. Alright? Because you're already gonna be down. Okay, the chariots coming to do their destruction and all of that. And then on top of that, not even on top of that, but while that's happening, you already have Russia sending their nukes on your land, and then you're gonna have your own brethren sending nukes on you, man. But why, man? Because you did everybody dirty, man. You corrupted the minds of the people, man. Everybody's gonna wake up to the fact that you fucked everybody over, man. All their philosophies and your ways of life, the way you do business, all of that, man. The list goes on. Okay? And what are they gonna do? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire, man. Those nuclear warheads, man. This is prophecy, man. Don't get mad at us. We're just reading out the book, man. We're just reading out the book, man. This is what we're telling you. It is what it is. Alright? For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled, man. Okay? I'm going to just leave it at that, man. That was really the point. This whole chapter, really. But I hope brothers are edified, and shalom.